Hello, this is my Christmas gift to you. It's sort of like a static blooper reel. You see behind me, this is where I make my videos. It's in the attic, as I have already told people. The books behind me are actually a shower curtain over a screen, and that's because I'm doing this in the attic and the floor isn't actually strong enough to accommodate my books. So yeah, I don't make any pretense about these. That's apparently that's a reproduction of a Swedish library. There, the shelves, some of the shelves of a Swedish library. Okay, all the books are in Swedish. That's the story. There's a lot of old wallpaper. Here you can see my microphone because I've turned the camera around. Sorry about that. And this here is what I used to cover, well, we used to cover a radiator. And I've jammed it up there. There are a whole load of boxes piled up behind it as well, underneath the eaves. And it's very cold here, which is why I tend to wear cardigans and things, heavier clothes. So, all right, just a minute. Before I carry on, I'll tell you I'm Granniopteryx. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. If I disappear from YouTube, remember, Rumble, BitChute and Minds, and all the links are in the description. Also, please like and share this video, even if I have destroyed some of your illusions. And subscribe, and if you're subscribed to me already on YouTube, remember, check, because subscriptions sort of evaporate. Right, that's that. Yeah, you can also help me, maybe help me build a proper studio, buy me a coffee, and again, links to another couple of donation sites in the description. Okay, yeah, of course. I'm also on Twitter, Gab and Parler, and I let you know when I've uploaded a video on Twitter, Gab and Parler, so maybe it's just worth your while, especially if you're on YouTube, to subscribe to one of those. All right, so that's the business out of the way. Now I've shown you my studio here, which is just half of the attic, and the rest on the other side behind the camera here is just a load of piled up stuff. Not that attractive. That's why I keep looking at you there in the camera. Now, there's something else I'm going to confess to. This is this cardigan here. You know, I've had a lot of compliments on it, and indeed, you know what, it sort of reminds me a little bit of, you know, when you, in those 1960s films where you see people in, the glamorous people in ski lodges and things like that, they're wearing cardigans like this. I didn't realise that's how it would look when I started out. You see, the thing about this cardigan is it started life and spent a lot of time as a sweater that I didn't like. It's got a very, very dense weave, and I'd put it on and then I'd get overheated. I mean, it's all right if you're just sitting about, but I don't sit about. I do a lot of moving, so I got really overheated in it. And finally, with the weather being so bad recently and I couldn't go up to the stables, I was prowling around the house looking for things to do, and I saw this sweater, you know, while I was just putting laundry away. I saw this sweater and I thought, I've got to do something with that, and I have the time now. So I laid it out there on the bed and I cut it up the middle, and I sewed the edges down with the appropriate thread. And then I got these buttons years ago for a project I never started, so that worked very well. I would have actually preferred, for instance, blue buttons. It would have been a little more unusual, but I didn't have anything like that, and I had these, so it turned out all right. And some leather thread from all the saddle repair stuff I do as well. So I had the materials, and voila, I have a 1960s ski lodge cardigan instead of a sweater I never wore. Anyone who might be tempted to do that, remember, you can't do this with an ordinary sweater with a loose knit unless you're handy with a crochet hook to finish off the edges, because it'll just pull apart in no time. But with something as densely knitted as this, really far too densely to be wearable, then it's It's perfectly possible. This is the sort of thing as a sweater that you'd wear outside in very cold but fine weather. Well, you know, that doesn't happen in England. If it's very cold, it's raining as well, and this is certainly not waterproof. All right, well, yeah, here's my Christmas present to you. A little glimpse into the Demi-Rep corner studio in the attic, and a little hint about how I got this 1960s ski lodge sweater. And yeah, till next time. Merry Christmas, everyone. That'll be in a few days' time. I have plans for a Christmas message, so I suppose I might put this out on a couple of days before Christmas while I'm still peeling carrots or something. Till next time.